Hello everybody, this is Daniel Babis. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below. We cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé here on the channel. Alright, so today, before I get into the topic of the day, I just wanted to take a moment to thank all of you guys for the support. In the recent days, we have been covering a ton of the Paul and Karine situation, and we have seen more engagement, people watching the videos more. So I just wanted to take a moment and just really thank you guys for the support. It really means a lot to me, so thanks once again. Alright, so let's get into the topic of the day. So today, I wanted to talk about Syngin and Tania. Syngin Colchester and Tania Maduro. This is a couple that has had, well, the win here. This is a couple that has had a lot of ups and downs, and it seems like in recent times it has been more downs than ups. So let's just do a little bit of a recap on this couple just to explain to you guys exactly where we're at right now. So basically, this couple met in South Africa a few years ago. When Tania was there, she was actually there to meet a different man, but she actually left that relationship when things just didn't work out very well. I believe in the middle of the night even, and she went to a local bar and she hit it off with Syngin, who was a bartender, and they basically just had a one-night stand, and they were both kind of, you know, asked about it, and they both said that they had a really amazing fun time behind the sheets, but you know, that fun time actually translated into a serious relationship and so on and so forth. So one thing led to the other, and Syngin came to the US on a K1 visa, and you know, that's basically how it all started out. Now, this couple has had a lot of issues over time, and a lot of them stem from a bunch of things. So number one, supposedly Tania's controlling nature. A lot of people have remarked on that. She seems to be a little controlling. She seems to want to have her way a lot. And also Syngin, well, his alcoholic problems and also his lack of employment problems. So these couple of things have been kind of brewing over time and has led to a lot of issues. And it seems like these issues aren't going anywhere. In fact, they're only getting worse. And if people are watching Happily Ever After right now, well, they will see this couple just have more and more issues. And it seems right now really like Syngin just isn't liking life in the US. And of course, you know, we know that he kind of went back with Tania to South Africa because his brother had a medical emergency. He was in the intensive care unit with a blood clot, and so Syngin went back with Tania, and once he was there, he had a grin on his face. He was grinning from ear to ear because he was just so happy to be back in his native South Africa. Of course, Tania, well, she kind of had a little bit of a look of disdain on her face at Syngin's happiness. So we can kind of see where this is going. Now, Syngin in the US looks homesick. He is seems unable to get a job. Tania, of course, is injured. She injured her foot, so she is depending and putting a lot of pressure on Syngin to find work and to really change his lifestyle, which of course Syngin has said that he does not want to do. He has no interest right now in settling down, having a kid or multiple kids, and just completely changing his life. He was a party boy in South Africa. He likes to drink, he likes to go out with his friends, he likes to travel, he likes to have fun, and he does not want to change that, and Tania is trying to make him change that. Now, look, my opinion is why are you getting involved with this guy? You clearly know what he's about. Why are you going to try to change him? That's always going to lead to problems. And so it's not a surprise to me that this couple seems to be having a lot of issues at the moment. But here's the thing. This couple right now, we're not sure if right now they are still together because there has been a lot of rumors that they are actually broken up. Just some time ago, it seems like Syngin and Tania got into a heated argument publicly, and that was, you know, caught by some people. And in this argument, it really escalated. It was really heated, and basically, the words that were said at the end was that they are done. The couple is done. Now, it seems like this might have happened with this couple before, and of course, couples argue. They say things. They say that we're done, but it doesn't always mean that they're done. You know, they could just be done for that day. They cool off, you know, cooler heads prevail, and then they can come back and say, okay, we're gonna work through this, and you know, because we want to have a future together, and so we want to work these differences because we believe that being together is better than being apart. So this is kind of not really unusual. Now, what's unusual is that Syngin Colchester, he was seen on social media kind of hinting that the couple has basically split up. So right now, if we look at social media and the online world, it seems like Syngin is back in America. And some people, you know, thought that, oh, he went back to South Africa, maybe he's not coming back to America. Well, he is back in America, and he is doing some traveling in America. But Tania, I'm not sure if she is with him. And so, you know, he has kind of posted online, and some people have said, you know, how come you travel so much? And then Syngin kind of said that he has no obligation to anybody. This is how he can travel so much. He says that he has absolutely no obligation to anybody. He is completely free from anything. So guys, I have to say, this is a massive hint. Now, this is a guy that is married to Tania. They are not just boyfriend and girlfriend. They are married together. They have made plans for their future. And this is a guy that is out there on the internet talking to women, but not necessarily in a flirtatious way, but just answering their questions. And he is saying that he has no obligation to anybody. If you were a husband or a wife to somebody, then you have an obligation. You are in a relationship. It's supposed to be 50-50. Every decision that you make affects your spouse, and so you have an obligation to at least consult them before you do anything, of course. So the fact that he's saying that he is talking like he is so free from anything is an indication that this couple, well, they might not really be together right now. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. This is not a couple that was ever going to last. They're, you know, they're not on the same page. They argue about everything. Tania does not seem to be happy about it. I don't think she really understands Syngin. I think she's trying to change him. If you meet a guy like Syngin, a free spirit, a guy that wants to travel, drink, be with his buddies, you have to accept that as a part of the package if it is going to work out. If not, just don't get involved with this type of guy and expect that you're going to change him. So that's where we're at. It looks like this couple might be broken out. Now, of course, this is not really official. There's no exact confirmation. And these couples, we know very well that because of the NDA that these people sign on the show, they are not allowed to divulge information that is directly important, let's just say, to the events that are unfolding on the show. So stuff that has to do with whether they're still together or whether they have broken up, that is not information that these couples are allowed to just put out there in the public. They can hint at it, but it has to really be hinted, and it has to be information that is up to interpretation. It cannot be clear, and even in those cases, TLC can come after these people and tell them to stop it, or they will break their NDA and they will get sued by TLC, because of course TLC has a show that they want to run. TLC has to keep engagement in their shows. They want people to still be invested into a relationship. So if we know that for sure this couple is not together, then why do we need to watch the show? We don't, right? So TLC does not want this kind of situation to be out there in the public. Now, the other thing is, though, and this is the interesting thing, is that Syngin is South African, and normally the people that come from the other countries, not the US, on the show, they don't really get paid, or they don't get paid much, or they just really don't get paid. So in Syngin's case, if he is not getting paid, and I'm not sure if he is or not, then he wouldn't care that much about an NDA. If he is done with Tania, and if he is moving on to somebody else or another chapter in his life, he might not care. Also, this could be why he is acting a little more free on the internet as opposed to Tania, for example. So there you go. That's where we're at with this couple. Now, I also wanted to go back a little bit on the Paul and Karine situation just for 2 minutes, because there is once again an update on the situation. Paul, since the last video that we put up yesterday, Paul has went back on Instagram and he has posted a couple of things. Namely, he has posted a video of a police officer coming to his house, and this police officer looks like he is talking to Karine's translator or Karine's lawyer, and basically from what we gather from this video, because Paul is, I don't think he's very descriptive, he just says that it's a recording before the statement of accusations was written, so he's not very clear, but I believe what he is trying to show was that in this video, Karine or Karine's lawyer or translator does not make any mention of any of the rape, sexual assault, sexual abuse, violence, all of the extreme charges that we have seen posted in the restraining order that Karine took out on Paul. None of those are mentioned in this video, and this video supposedly was taken a day before that restraining order came to Paul's door. So I believe what Paul is hinting at here is that Karine is lying. I believe that's what he's saying with this video, because if she was telling the truth, why would she not mention any of the facts that were in the restraining order, the important facts such as the rape, of course, which is the most extreme case, or the physical assault and abuse and all that? Why wouldn't she mention any of this to the police officer that was there at her house just a day before, but she would mention it all in the restraining order? Is it because maybe this police officer kind of did not want to indulge Karine in giving out a restraining order at that moment in time, based on just these accusations of Paul being loud, just kind of not being a good person overall? But the police officer in this video is clearly seen saying that, well, you know, you can't really, like, being kind of like a crappy person, being loud, yelling at people, and all of that is not against the law. I have to say one thing. If you watch this video, the police officer, he looks incredibly not involved in the situation, or at least not sympathetic to Karine. That's just my opinion. He just doesn't, he's like, there's nothing I can do. You know, your husband's a jackass. He's yelling at you and all of that, which, of course, by the way, yelling, if you yell really hard at someone, it could be abuse. But in this case, the police officer, he does not seem to be interested at all by what Karine has to say, and is just basically telling her that there's nothing that we can do about this whatsoever. So I believe what Paul is saying with this video is that Karine is making all these accusations up because she would have said something to the police officer, and in fact her not saying anything to the police officer that day, and the police officer not giving out a restraining order, is maybe the reason why she upped the ante the following day with all these extreme charges, because she absolutely wanted to get that restraining order against Paul. Situation is really messed up, but this is basically where we're at. Now, there's also some other stuff that Paul has posted on his Instagram lives, and you know, it's really, sometimes it's tricky to really understand everything, because he doesn't provide a lot of description. He just puts things out there, and it's up to us to interpret what he's saying. He has another video of a police officer, but also he has what looks to be an airplane ticket. But I'm not sure if it's an airplane ticket or if it's just kind of like the picture of a booking, which is from the US to Brazil for some point in August. I can tell you the exact date. It is for August 18th. Now, I don't believe that that's an actual ticket, but Paul posted it on his Instagram live kind of as if it is a ticket, and basically what that's implying is that probably Karine has a plane ticket to leave for Brazil on August 18. But like I said, I don't believe that that's a plane ticket based on the way that it is formatted and the way that it looks. It looks more just like kind of like a booking that you would be looking at before you actually get your ticket in the mail, just because you can, it looks like there's an edit button, and for a booking, well, there will be no edit button. So that is the update there. I think Paul needs to stop it. I think he needs to stop it right now, because this is not helping him, it's not helping Karine, and it's not helping their son. So I just wanted to give you guys a minor update on the whole Paul and Karine situation, since I know everyone is really curious about everything that is happening. This, I believe, is the latest at the time of this recording. But of course, by the time that I post this, there might be more, because this is just how insane this whole thing is right now. So this is gonna do it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the videos. Like I said, once again, really appreciate the support, guys. Give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you guys have any ideas or any suggestions for topics that you'd like me to cover, please leave the ideas in the comment section down below. We'll see you guys.